I'm going to show you some silly small attacks in your face if you keep talking like that.
It's like Rice snickers to himself.
Let's see here.
It would be 129, I think, after DR.
But well, the point is one attack at a time, of course.
Yeah.
It's 5 attacks, yeah. Yeah, so snarling Telemondus dives into the silence, which of course makes everything silent again, but he still completely rips the thing to shreds.
There's occasional bouts. There's occasional bouts of roars though, where your like mouth sticks out here to bite you.
Yeah.
That's got to be enough to kill the priest too.
Might be.
I don't know if all those techniques needed.
Yeah. Just a flurry of limbs everywhere as he's chewing on 2 golems and a priest at once.
What I can imagine is like you're biting him, you're clawing downwards, and your like wings are smashing that way.
Never stand behind a dragon.
Kick you in the face.
Tail swipe.
That combat's over.
Okay.
I'll lift the
So
silence.
this room, before we get too into it, right? It is again a big vaulted room with a very, very strong, clearly magical sort of a door. It is covered in sort of celestial script that over and over says, "By the 4 names cursed be he who unleashes what is bound within."
Oh, does it now?
This has got to be about Abbott and stuff. The 4 horsemen, and then the secret 5th one.
No, no.
Maybe. No.
This is the secret vault where they locked all the devil relics they couldn't destroy.
Oh yeah.
And of course, something we're looking for specifically for Jake.
And we're looking for many things, and this is clearly.
There is something needed for Jake in there. There's a lot of stuff I want to look at in there.
It's, you know.
And there's probably some money in there.
I have a feeling that there's going to be literal curse that happens on whoever opens it. So.
Well, then Marcus should clearly open it because that's his thing, right?
How long has it
I'm
been
immune to
since
disease.
we got in here?
Your saves are brilliant though, right?
Like
That's true.
a minute.
A minute? I mean, from the moment we came in.
Where?
In
We
here.
came in the front door in the first
What
place.
in here? The room? The hallway?
I think she means when we very first came into the whole building.
Yes.
Yes does not answer my question.
When we teleported it into the cathedral.
Oh, it's been like half an hour.
Okay,
So
then
time to disable lots of buffs.
yes.
They're just broken.
So, yes, well.
Is any of your spells still here?
The fire shield will still be on, but
That's it?
yeah.
Barkskin too, if you have that.
Yeah, Barkin if anyone has that.
Now, tell me of this vault door.
It appears basically impenetrable. So guys can, with just a glance, see that it is enchanted with heavy amounts of divine celestial magic. This is not something anyone would even want to break open.
Right. The
Are you sure about that?
Zacharias nods. Yes, heavily watered, of course. Yes, what we seek, dear friends, is definitely behind this vault door. He looks at the inscriptions. Are the 4 names cursed be he who unleashes what is bound within? He murmurs to himself. Yes. He looks around. Is there anything else in this room? Like anything of value, or like a book, or like...
No, there appears to only be this script written in celestial.
Okay.
Well, there was the book in the other room.
That is true. Let's go and look at the book.
Well, there was something powerful in the casket, so be careful.
Yeah, I'll give you the warning about the casket being very powerful.
Zacharias nods.
And you may have noticed that Telemondus has gone because...
Oh, how sad. I prefer the dragon.
How sad, indeed.
So you begin searching through this library?
Yes, meticulously. And also
Take your
rummage
time.
through the good father here.
In the meantime, Cash can tear down the rest of the wall.
Sure.
Yeah, because she has nothing else
With him
to do.
first, he's the easiest to
Yep.
do. He has on him 2 scrolls of flame strike. He has a breastplate, just an ordinary one.
Anyone taking notes, or should I?
I can.
Hang on,
Okay.
I can start again.
A scroll of flame strike, a breastplate, a wooden shield, a longsword, a headband of mental prowess +2, intelligence and wisdom, set to perception skill. He has a key and another key.
Can any? Is there a lock on the vault door down there?
No.
Is there? Have we seen any doors that any of these keys would presumably fit
His
in?
room had a very nice lock.
This room?
No, his room.
Oh, his room, right.
Which
right.
wasn't locked.
The other one seemed older.
Maybe it's for the other vault we found. Remember? The one the
Yeah,
angel
right.
guarded?
We didn't really pay attention to it too much.
You didn't pay attention when we fought the angel?
I said
Alright.
as a general whole, we didn't really pay much attention to that vault. We were more angel business.
Yeah, but remember the vault door.
So do you now take your good time to search for the room, or do you?
Yeah, I think now he is stopped. We will definitely move as a group because we don't know if there are any ghosts still down here, but we will
Split up.
definitely search through this now.
Take your good time. Yeah, an hour, a couple hours to sort the books and look through it. Clearly, someone has been rummaging through it quite vigorously. And as you look through it, just basically taking 20, searching, I assume.
Sure.
The first thing is that if you you find a old text, and could you have who speaks Celestial?
I do.
I do.
All right, you can then read it, and it is about the fires of the Vale.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be quite hard to find this. It's like sort of tucked under one of the shelves, but with your searching of having insane high perception checks, it really, eventually you just do find it. And it seems to especially talk about the power of the third flame. It seems that whoever is bound to it cannot die as long as it burns. It also, of course, prevents any form of teleportation within, and it is the flame undying. Fire undying.
Does it mention where the flame is?
Yes, it is in the Great Hall of the Cathedral.
Yeah, that's where our Mathra is currently holding up.
Because question is, who is bound to the flame?
Him, likely.
Who is Aramafra?
It's probably him. Could we, from the old text and what's described within, devise a way to extinguish the flame and make him vulnerable?
They haven't written that, but most likely it will be using first by weakening it, for example, by making its power, activating that in some fashion, and then most likely dousing it in when it's weakened, dousing it in unholy water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can certainly have some unholy water put together.
Just activating it will weaken it?
Yeah. Basically, making it use its ability, power.
So meaning have its ability brings one back.
No, just cannot die, cannot fall in battle.
So kill someone or like hurt them and make that?
What exactly is its power? Is the question.
They haven't written a whole lot about how to destroy it.
No, but I mean
What is
the
its
power.
power?
Yeah, we need to, if we can draw the power out, you know.
Like what power we need to activate for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Well, you also find other things. You find a very old tome that has clearly been magically preserved. It seems to be Saint Angelo's journal.
Mm.
This part of it specifically talks about the building of the vault. And if you want to read through that, someone can spend some time doing that.
Yeah.
And mostly has very boring things about setting up a religious order.
I will probably want to take that.
Clearly, Kyron would be interested as well.
I would like specifically the building of the vault. That is the most prescient part at this point.
Beyond that, there is another book. The book that was open.
Yeah.
It has no title, seemingly, and it is written in a sort of a weird. Looking at it now, studying it, those of you who speak Celestial can do linguistics.
Linguistics tests. Wow. Interesting. Luckily, yeah, me and Jonas know a thing or two about linguistics. And I'll aid him on that to give him a +2, probably. Oh, no,
probably not.
Or not.
That was a low roll for me, so you shouldn't.
Wow, that's one hell of a nuking.
So we are at 23. Alright, yeah, you can see that this is clearly some sort of code written with a warped version of the Celestial tongue. Clearly, maybe the creator here was not really a Celestial, or did not really appreciate the tongue, because it has been warped and sort of the symbols sort of almost ripped apart and put together in different ways. It seems that this would be, well, very difficult to translate. Most likely, you would need some sort of code breaker to do that. There are pictures, and these seem to be weird sort of star maps almost. Charting different celestial objects and their movement, and having weird markings in between them and such.
Okay.
If you can do a joint Arcana and History check.
I'll do the Arcana at least. I'll lead on that.
I mean, your checks are better than mine in every way because it's knowledge. Because you're
Kyron doesn't know much about Arcana, but he can certainly assist, I guess.
Is there anyone who has both?
Yes.
Yeah, we have both.
You would need both.
Yeah, me and Jonas both have both. Just he's far better than me at both.
Arcana.
And then +2.
+2.
50. We've got 50 Arcana.
And History.
And History.
Oh wait, I have Arcana too.
You have to have both Arcana and History for this though.
Oh.
And then
That's a 26.
well, then add +2 from you though, so that's up to
I mean, I'm leading this,
I guess you
so
are
it's
leading,
a 26.
26 overall.
Zacharias doesn't know too much about what this could be. However, it does seem to be something he has heard of somewhere far away, and that would go by the name of the Codex of Badamus, the Stargazer.
Hmm.
I hope
It's said to hold fantastical knowledge for those who know how to, for those who own the code translator.
Hmm. But there is no code translator here that we can see.
No.
Maybe
Tell us for a future date, maybe, or inside the vault.
it might, it might be that he frantically was trying to actually break the code or something. Yeah, Zacharias will definitely pocket the book of the Codex of Badamus the Stargazer.
Seems to be fragile and not magical in any way.
He will carefully put it in his bag of holding.
These different books, this place is filled with the most holy books of the order.
Yeah.
It has their places, their current workings, their basically anything anyone would ever want to know about them is here. Everything is not public knowledge.
Lots of stuff.
It would
here
take forever almost to dig through all these books. But it is a very very impressive library.
My
Holy
organization's
texts.
my organization will have an eternity. Yeah.
People like holy text. This is beautiful. Many of these are unique and irreplaceable.
Zacharias would destroy this, you know.
Well, Azurius will try and stop you for this. For now.
Well, if this is something, Zacharias will like glare at Azurius and say, if this is something your order can have use for, I suppose I will let this remain. He glares hatefully at the bookshelves.
One day I'll have no use for the information, but for now, knowing thy enemy improves thy chance of success, don't you think?
I know all there is to know about these buffoons.
You might know everything you need to know, but if you want to convince them that you are one of them, you need to know far more than what any public knowledge could ever attain.
Zacharias shivers visibly. Ugh.
It is not the most appeasing task in the world, but it must be done.
Beyond that in here, it should be said, the casket is very old, and it's been very beautifully ornamented. It seems, although almost fragile in its nature.
Zacharias will use Mage Hand to push the casket lid away.
Right, it resists a bit. Clearly there's been quite some dust, and as he does, inside he sees a skeleton with what seems to be almost sort of gold phlegm covering it. It's sort of shining and has a illuminating effect. The skeleton is laid to rest, clearly in a dignified manner inside.
Zacharias glares down at them. So this is the bones of the vaunted Saint Macarius, yes?
Likely.
He looks at the inscriptions on the chest again. That was the casket again. That was the inscriptions, yes?
Hmm?
It was Macarius in the coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and I believe he was the founder of the order. He seems to, knit his brow.
And ironically, he might end up being our key to destroying it.
Yes, we need to take these bones and throw them into the fire up there to dispel it.
Though
remember, the text said that only the touch of a saint can vanquish the fires.
Though first, it might be an idea to check it for magical wardings.
It should have triggered once I pushed the lid away in that case.
It might be something on the bones themselves, though.
Well, perhaps. Zacharias will do a spellcraft check on the bones.
There appears to be no arcane or divine castings on them. However, they do seem to be highly holy.
Right. Would holding them in a, if I grab it with a mage hand?
Well, just removing them would most likely hurt. A lot.
Can we suppress this somehow? What happens if we desecrate it? Would they lose the holiness, or would we...
They're probably too powerful for that.
Okay.
So, could Kyron and Marcus carry the casket?
Would it suppress the effect? If we desecrate the casket, would that sort of act as like a...
I do not think so. It does not seem that there is a clear way to avoid this.
How heavy is the casket, Manikai?
It is quite heavy.
I mean, Kyron has a ton of strength. 33 strength.
Heavy too.
You do know that you will have to remove it at some point, though.
Just throw the casket into the fire.
Casket sitting there in the fire, doing nothing.
I mean, when we get to the fire, we just literally tip it upwards so it's on its edge, so the skeleton just falls in.
Yeah.
We're not removing it ourselves.
Yeah, it just happens to fall in.
Begin to rip the casket out of the wall.
I think this is the biggest object we've tried carrying ever.
Speaking of which, I think we should at least break some of the holy power down in this crypt. Desecrating the tombs seems to be a good idea to me.
I can, though such a thing does cost a little bit of materials, which I'll need to be...
don't want any more ghosts appearing.
You do remember before that it seemed that some of the ghosts actually bound to the tombs. Destroying them might create more.
What?
By destroying them, but might release them more precisely, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
For the tombs. Because, of course, the ghosts that I held inside will be able to just wander free, in chaos. So it might have to be...
desecrating them wouldn't work, basically.
I think it'd be more like if you wanted to get rid of them, we'd have to do it very slowly, systematically going from room to room to get rid of them. Permanently. You couldn't just desecrate, because there were swarms of ghosts.
Could desecrate them now, certainly. I mean, the ritual is not going on anymore. The ritual has been disrupted. However, it seems that this place has quite a bit of holy energy sort of laying here dormantly.
Yeah,
that will protect it if hurt.
Yeah, well, you know, Zacharias would want to suppress as much of this as possible. If we can desecrate the graves and stop many of the ghosts who roam around. I mean, your organization is supposedly to take this over, correct?
Yes, but
you can't have good ghosts roaming around the basement.
Plus the problem is, anyway, to desecrate all the tombs, that's going to take a long time and a lot of material components.
That's fine, right? If
taking over the church might be, in the long run, very difficult to do. This place will most likely always be holy.
Even when it's unhallowed?
Most likely it will not allow that to happen.
No sense wasting time.
However, right now, it seems that you know that it's difficult to suppress make these effects as long as the fire burns. It's holding the holiness of the place in there.
Yeah, we still don't really know.
You can smash them, and sure, if you want.
But that wouldn't. You said that wouldn't stop them.
That would most likely incur them.
But it would be fun.
Yeah, sure. Destroy the bones.
So for now, I think we're just going to carry the casket upstairs.
Yeah.
All right.
No, for now. Well, you can carry the casket with you, but we will not go upstairs.
But are we going to go check out Macarius' rooms?
We already did. They were in the cathedral.
Or, well, like the vault at the angel.
Yes, we are going to go and take a look at the angel vault.
Right, well, lead the way, Zacharias. You remember where to go, right?
Sure.
Because, Carmen is now carrying a casket.
Well, dragging at least. Probably not carrying.
You could probably carry it. You have enough strength.
Well, I'd have to use, like, rage and dragon form to carry it, probably. Which I don't want to use for that.
Well, I don't know. What's your strength without those buffs on? Because I'm looking at 33 strength with right now.
33? That's strange.
Ripping out of the wall itself would be quite the feat.
You can do it. Trust me.
Marcus stayed behind to read more things on the holy site.
Well, I assume he's carrying it as well.
Hey, let go of me. Hands off.
One hand to be.
Well, sorry. I have to use my hands. It's the only way I heal you. Well, actually, I could kick you in the face next time if you'd rather.
Yeah, my strength is wrong. I
don't want your filthy hands on me.
Very well. Next time I heal you, I'll do 1d3 plus my strength modifier lethal damage to you, or non-lethal damage. Sorry.
Whatever.
Every time I heal you from now on, it'll be an arm strike.
No. Kick me. Come on, where am I? Is someone still moving me? Or did I just somehow move myself over there when I didn't let go? Okay, well, I don't know. I ended up here and I wasn't moving myself even after I was moving myself. It was weird.
Alright, let's take a look at the door. Does the door have magic on it?
Give me a second.
You must pray. Everyone present must pray to Mithra for 12 hours.
Ugh.
Is the door good?
I have a feeling Zacharias would just leave if that came up though. You must pray to Mithra.
Nothing in there is worth this.
The door is not magical and not good.
Okay.
What is the door made of?
Iron. Seems.
Is it
Is there any traps on the door?
Not that Zacharias can see.
Alright. Zacharias will... the old key then, that Macarius... No, not Macarius. Catherine had. Zacharias will see if it fits on the door.
Alright, it seems to fit.
Aha!
Ooh.
Gold!
And copper and silver.
I love
But gold!
I love gold.
There's gold in that vault!
Should begin to just stick your hands into it,
Gold!
grabbing greedily,
Well,
crazily.
some people might, but I'd much rather do an accountancy here.
Blinding yourselves with hot knives.
We will very carefully basically look over the inventory of money in here.
Of everything, actually.
Was it
Yeah, what's in here? Give us a
brilliant intelligence checks can tell us a lot about this room. How's your appraised?
Decent.
I mean, you have a lot of intelligence modifier to back it up, but
All right. As you begin to dig in your hands, you see the things are most organized, mostly.
oh, good.
They seem to be the working.
Excellent.
I like it all organised.
First and foremost, you find a lot of sort of candle holders and robes and finery and whatnot. Most of these have like gold stripes. It would be very difficult to sell if you did not know of the gold quarter in Gaston Hall.
Yes, well, they won't.
Peddle pretty much anything with no questions asked.
I know a guy there. I bought a brooch from him, and he owes me one.
Just sell him a bunch of gold, like.
Aren't these from the cathedral?
These are the banks of Gaston Hall. They're very rich, and they will always trade gold and riches without asking questions.
Excellent.
A lot of people, sort of criminals and such, use them. That is widely known.
Free
Not
market.
attention with Gaston Hall against the church. Yeah, there are 10,800 copper pieces. There are 13,450 silver pieces. There are 12,288 gold pieces. And there's 345 platinum pieces.
I'll get work on converting that into like raw gold.
Yep.
45? 45 or 44?
45.
Okay.
10,000 coppers? Like what?
I'm calculating. I'm turning.
Also, the finery and such would be worth 2,550 gold pieces
Okay.
if sold in Gaston Hall. Anywhere else, it would basically be a criminal.
Okay.
It is, I've got it as well.
Yeah. We can double check, Jake. But my value for the total amount of money would be that.
Mm-hmm.
I got like much. Oh, I didn't account for the finery.
Check.
So let me make sure.
So my current estimates are close to 20k.
Each, of course.
Yeah, of course we're doing rough estimates in here. We don't have
Yes,
time for
I got the same amount.
Oh,
Azirius will hand Zacharias a perfect accountancy of all the cash in here.
Zacharias will look it over and nod slowly. And look around and say, alright, then I suggest that we plunder this vault. We move the casket upstairs, stash it somewhere. We bring all of this back to our, back to our headquarters. And then we prepare to take down that bloody angel.
I might need a few hours to create some unholy liquids.
Of course, we need to prepare for that.
So we can't get into the Dark Relic Vault?
No, it's like super sealed. There is a book. We picked up a book about the making of the vault, and Zacharias is going to read it in like the day we're going to take a break now, basically. He will read through the making of the vault and see if he can suss out any weaknesses or any way of opening it.
Take a day of downtime then. Basically the next day, right?
Yeah.
So someone's gonna take care of bringing all this stuff up.
Yeah, we'll
Take a long time.
Yeah, we'll carry it
These
up.
chests and whatnot. It's not like any bugbears are so dare to go in here.
The bloody bugbears.
Yeah, I guess Marcus and Kyron can take care of that then.
Yeah.
Annika, here's a question for you. From what we've seen from the flames normally, how much unholy water do you think would be needed to like destroy it?
It would seem that if it is strained to the point, just one flask would be fine.
Okay, so 1 pint. So I don't need too much.
And damn it, Jake, your picture, I saw it. And we And we strain it by basically draining it of its power. Was that it? And its power is to make whatever is bound to it invulnerable or unkillable. So
we just keep attacking it and then
pouring in damage into something, basically. I guess so.
That's something we can do.
Well,
again, maybe there are some more hints in the books here. You know, in the Downtime, it's like, right, you know, enlist Assyrians to pour through the religious stuff and see if we can.
Also, Jones, I would like to request something from the treasury.
Yeah.
A whole 100 gold pieces so I can restock my unholy water count.
Sure. I will deduct 100 gold from the treasury.
There you go. I have a few more vials of it now.
100 gold.
I mean, I need it for I need it for desecrations and stuff. So. And we used a lot of desecrations.
We did.
So I have 4 more vials of unholy water in my belt.
Well, as we take this day of downtime, I think we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Sure.
Just go to the bathroom and whatnot.
Sounds good to me.
I'll be right back.
All right, 5-minute break.
5-minute break. Be right back.